A while ago, I and my peers talked to a furry by the name of Foxler. He's part of a group called the Furry Raiders.
All right, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're a lot older now, right? And your life experiences are different. I would give you some advice not to repeat that around. There's a lot of
Hold on, real quick.
There's a lot of tension.
Yeah, I'm just want to be real clear on this. Did you say when you were 24, you were in a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old?
A 16-year-old.
But it was legal in that state.
What state?
Wow. North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. That happens to be somebody else's state that I can't talk about.
No, it's like, oh my God, that's so horrible. Why would you rape children? I love that.
And both families knew, both parents knew. It was all
Who's this
good.
dude? I have been to NC. Don't give me that bullshit. Oh, fine. I'll link you their state statute on it. Have age of consent.
Holy crap, who's typing?
No, I have been in.
Sorry, that's me.
No, that's fine.
I have been when I was 16. I was with someone that was 28.
I mean, well,
so
I mean, but you can see why people would react to that in the like, oh, another grown man dating a fucking teenager kind of like they would categorize that in that same, notwithstanding the legal situation in that particular state, you can see why people would react to that in that way, right?
Why every state's different.
Well, I get that, but that's not what I asked.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I've been sexually active since I was like 15.
Yeah, I've been a regrettable human being since the age of 14. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? What a good feeling to know.
Old Foxler is currently facing 3 charges: child enticement, sexual assault of a child, and one of these appears to be redundant. I'm uncertain if Foxler is accused of going back to the well with the same kid or not. But as to what exactly is child enticement, an act, conduct, or an attempt or conspiracy to commit such conduct that would constitute a criminal sexual offense against a child under state or federal laws. It is the crime of luring a child into a vehicle, a secluded place, or a building for the purpose of committing some sexual act against the child. Enticement of a child can result in both federal and state penalties. This is according to uslegal.com. There'll be a link in the description. There are different types of child enticement. Some of them are 1. Illegal sexual intercourse with a child. 2. Soliciting child for prostitution. 3. Online sexual activity with a child. I want to highlight this one for all you people out there going, it's just text, guys. 4. Sodomy. Yikes. 5. Lewd or lascivious acts with a child. I probably botched that word. The following is an example of a state statute, Colorado, defining the term. This C.R.S. 183-305, enticement of a child, I believe is a direct legal citation. I believe. I am not a legal authority. Feel free to look this up at your leisure. A person commits the crime of enticement of a child if he or she invites or persuades or attempts to invite or persuade a child under the age of 15 to enter any vehicle, building, room, or secluded place with the intent to commit sexual assault, unlawful sexual conduct upon said child. Did you notice that? It says even attempt. That certainly is noteworthy for a couple of people going, well, I wasn't successful. It is not necessary to a prosecution for an attempt under this subsection that the child have perceived the defendant's act of enticement. So I guess it's if the child isn't even aware, you'd still be on the hook. Okay, good. Enticement of a child is a class 4 felony. That should certainly be higher. Lower. Wait, so like murder 1's more serious than murder 2. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'd prefer it be I'm probably botching that. I'll leave that to the experts. It is a class 3 felony if the defendant has previous convictions. See, I was right. Previous convictions for enticement of a child, or sexual assault on a child, or for the conspiracy to commit or the attempted to commit or attempted commission of either offense, or if the enticement of the child results in bodily injury to that child. That's going to be grim to think about. When a person is convicted or pleads nolo contendere, or receives a deferred sentence for a violation of the provision of this section, and the court knows the person is a current or former employee of a school district in this state or licensed or authorization pursuant to the provision Article 60.5 of the Title 22 C.R.S., the court shall report such fact to the Department of Education. Thank God for little favors. The C.R.S. sounds like a direct statute. I believe I said that before. I am not personally interpreting this law on what it is or isn't. If you have any confusion, again, I do encourage you to seek legal aid. But let's get back directly to today's topic. The current furry raider, Neuronova, the last time one of my peers talked to Neuronova, his microphone wasn't at its best or the recording didn't take. This happened about the same time as the Lou the Kitty drama, by the way. For those of you who don't remember, Lou the Kitty is the pedophile that Monkey Jones left his successful six-figure earning girlfriend for. Lou then turned around and slept with the same 15-year-old that started the whole pedophile accusation, and Monkey initially stayed with her afterwards. I just never gonna let that go. Lou is still in the Furry Raiders, according to Neuronova. The good times just never stop rolling with her. If you are familiar with Milo Yiannopoulos, Neuronova has been interviewed by Milo. If you look here, here's Milo with a Foxler plushie. Nero never mentioned during the interview that despite Foxler being missing, that he was being investigated for child enticement and the above aforementioned charges. Nero, I am not particularly interested in your political interests and what they may or may not be. I fail to see why being friends with someone who is so cavalier in the past, by his own admission, that he's interested in kids. The call is included next. I really tried to reach this guy and to talk some common sense. But as you may know, common sense isn't all that common, especially online. All he had to do was not sleep with kids and he'd still be around. It's not that hard. Jesus.
He didn't sleep with kids, though. I mean, at least not this time.
Not this time! What the fuck? That's it?
I suppose so, if you'd like.
Is this woeful ignorance?
This is Neuronova, if I do believe so.
Well, no, I know who this is. I'm asking if this is a case of woeful ignorance.
Well, here, I'll softball him. How old are you, Nova?
27.
Okay, that's a little bit harder to do that now. I've talked to Foxler. Actually, oddly enough, Hateful Tate was the first person like, no, Anthony, no, we can't keep this one. Yada, yada, yada. And that might be the reason why he showed up now. And then, oddly enough, after fucking just out of the blue, well, not out of the blue, he goes, oh yeah, best sex of my life, slept with a 16-year-old. And that's where
cross-state in a motel. Best sex of my life.
Brony Inspector got him to repeat it, which was very subtle one more time, where he got enough time to fire up Mobius that time. It'd have been one thing if Foxler would have said, hey, look, I've made some bad decisions in my life. I've had some time to sleep on it, think on it, pray on it, whatever he wants to call it, and gone, that's probably not something that I'm going to continue to do.
In that state that he,
I am aware of North Carolina being 16 because we knew another North Carolina man who told me that shit too, way before that. But leaving, once you cross state lines, it becomes a federal matter. And also, if the parents don't like you, you could get yourself in, as our dear Foxler has gotten himself in.
So to reiterate, what exactly is the problem?
Right. What is the problem here? I'm not even sure.
As I understand it, they're basically the people who are arguing with you currently online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to notifications.
Like half of them are traitors anyway. Fucking losers.
What is the story with Dingolf? Blue. Am I saying that right? Blue Dingolf.
I don't know who that person is. Like he literally just like messaged me, and he's like, "Oh, f you, Avera, you're evil." I'm like, wait, what? Bro, I really don't even know who he is. I feel like I might have met him like a year ago.
Nova, as you may or may not remember, I will refresh your memory. A long time ago, I reached out to hear Foxler's side of things. He made a good account of himself in the stream. We're like, oh, cool, we have a new furry friend. And then, he did the 16-year-old thing. And then we're like, no. And we pushed him away at that point.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's what this whole... Coyotes brought up the issue about the cub porn?
There was some kind of allegation from Xanadu, if you know anything about this, about witness tampering from the furry raiders. Is that just a rumor and innuendo?
Witness.
Witness you know what? I take that with a huge, massive grain of salt. But is there any of that, or is that just them being creative?
I mean, like, witness for what? No, there's no crime happening. Like, I don't know what.
So yeah,
wait,
no crime happening. So Foxler's never been on trial.
Well, for bullshit allegations, sure, of course.
Well,
But
you just said that
witness
there was no
tampering,
trial
that is
there.
nothing-
If
but
there's
he has been on trial. Yeah, of course. He got.
How
some
long has that been
bullshit
going, by the by?
allegations. And that's it.
how long has that been going?
I don't know, maybe like a year, I think.
So what? When I suggested, I don't think the government would care about Foxler, for example, other than
Oh yeah, right. The government doesn't give a shit. Like,
so-
because like nothing's happening.
Are you trying to say that there may be some high level SJWs that are in
Yeah,
the
sure.
government, or like
Yeah.
why is Foxler getting quote unquote railroaded? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. I'm trying to guess. You tell me.
Yeah, it's the alt-leftist Illuminati that are trying.
Well,
to
no, you tell me.
infiltrate the
You tell
system.
me. No, let's seriously. Let's put the memes aside. Why is this happening? If he's, go ahead, tell me.
That's just how the legal system works. It's slow.
Well, no, hold it.
Some asshole makes some
it's-
bullshit allegations.
I saw the artwork and I'm like, well, look, if that was all it took to get arrested, Digibro would have been in jail way before Foxler. That's all this was.
would have. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people would.
But unfortunately, your boy.
I mean, that's a matter of quantity, right? You told
Mhm.
me that before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He didn't bet she whatever. It would have been in there like miles ago. Why are you hanging out with a dude who, basically is very matter-of-factly sleeping with teenagers?
Well, he's not. His boyfriend is in his 20s. He's not doing that. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, okay, but literally, let's...
Wait, you mean like now-ish, or as in
Yeah,
like he's
like
never
literally
done
now-ish,
anything
yeah.
like that at all?
He came on the show, maybe let's say a year ago, right?
It was about, what is it, our show 2 years ago?
Yeah. No. Well, recently.
It's nearing to.
Yeah, and he came on and he confessed. Nobody tricked him into it. Or at least afterwards, where he's like, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, best sex of my life. And you look over. You've made. I could play the clip if you don't believe me.
I believe you.
Okay, and like, what's your reply to that though? Like, where you're like, oh, that's okay, guy. That's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, it was legal in the state. Like, I don't care what he fucking did a while ago. Look, if he
Well,
didn't
apparently
actually harm
the
children,
fucking
if
courts
all
do.
that, like, if it was consensual and it was legal in the state, okay. Oh, whatever. That's not my business.
Look, if you want to say he got super unlucky, congratulations. He got super unlucky. You should be like, well, them's the rules now. why aren't you packing up and going at that point, Nova? That's what I'm confused about. You don't have to go down this road with him. Don't get me wrong, he's funny to talk to. I thought he was a riot when we had him in call, but you'd be like, oh, isn't there a point where you're like, yeah, I could probably stand to hang out with other people now. Hell, I believe Darkest managed to leave you guys. Baby steps.
Perplexing.
Indeed. Not really. I've had to cut off people that I thought were fun in the past before. It happens. Is it that hard to find fun people in the furry fandom?
I don't know. I think you're pretty fun.
Well, I'm also straight, so don't go down that road. But anyways,
Whoa, okay.
straight and taken, so yeah, either or.
My goodness.
Well, yeah, Nova. If you considered not attaching yourself to that, perhaps we could keep you around on a trial basis. That would be all right. Unless we find out some horrible shit about you, which I don't think has happened yet.
Emphasis on yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet to be researched.
What's the worst thing? What's the worst word on you, Nova?
The worst thing I've ever done was I slid down my slide in my backyard on a piece of plywood because I thought it was going to work. And I flipped over and I hurt myself really bad.
Okay.
That was really terrible.
You
Right.
lying
And then I
cunt.
became
know
a
you did
furry.
something.
Oh yes, and then I became a furry. Yes, that's probably the second worst thing I've ever done.
Nova, have you met Foxler?
Yeah, he's like literally my boss.
Does he
What
pay
do you
you?
mean? Like, have I met him? Like, what the fuck, dude?
No, don't get me wrong. I've been part of groups where I call someone boss and shit, but like, I probably would stop calling them boss if they were being investigated for offender feels like the right word. I won't paint statutory the rape is exactly the same as rape, but if someone I knew was around and was so cavalier as to go best sex of my life as opposed to I already formed a deep emotion. Yeah, like let's say Foxler had like fallen in love with a girl and found out that she was 16 later on, and he got emotionally connected. There would be some level of sympathy and be like, hey, look, you really should have known better. But at least I could kind of understand that as opposed to probably seeing 16 and our boy Foxler going, oh boy, you know?
Okay, Mickey. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the circumstances. Like,
You think
behind
you'd ask?
this particular situation.
You've had time. There's been oodles of time, and I guarantee that probably someone has talked to you like this before.
Well, not like this. No, I don't know what exactly the situation was, but I do know that it was
You don't want to know, do
legal
you?
in the state. Like, we've
You have
already
no interest in
discussed that.
finding out anything about it.
Not really. How long ago was this?
Holy shit!
Man.
I don't know why that matters, honestly.
Honestly, it really doesn't. Like, again, it was legal in the state. You know, that was discussed. No laws were broken.
Some way.
So I don't even know why you're arguing about this.
If no laws were broken, then why is he on trial?
Yeah.
Well, he's on trial for something else. It's not.
All right. So here,
situation.
let me ask you this, Nova. Do you just completely are you all state rights and despise the federal government then? Anything from the federal government bad?
No, I'm not. I'm not some like alt libertarian.
Well then, what? Does Foxler have special? I know which federal laws to follow and disavow. Is that it, or is that what you call him, boss? Am I missing something?
Well,
Well, I guess
say
it's
that
just simply the
because-
fact he's in charge of the furry raiders.
Literally, that's it. Yeah, like he's literally like just the leader of the group. So okay, like that's it. I don't know about was that some like statutory whatever laws. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
So you've never heard of statutory rape in your entire life? You're 29. Never come up.
27.
This
27.
guy's not fucking 27.
Yes,
That's
I've heard of
bullshit. There's no
statutory
fucking
rape.
way.
I know what that is. I'm not a fucking idiot. Thank you.
Okay. Well, what do you think they are, Ruza?
Hmm?
What do you think he is?
He sounds 16. Like, no joke.
I thought he sounded a little bit like Ed Norton, but anyways.
Softball at Anthony.
Yeah.
Let's say that the least worst interpretation of this situation between Anthony and Foxler is that he was full of shit. And he was joking about it, and he was trying to be edgy, just like the Nazi shit and the furry raider shit, yada, yada, yada. You do agree that there's a fine line of things that you joke about and want to put on public record. Nova, do you agree with that?
Yeah, of course.
Are you just trying to shut us up? I think you are. I think you're not even listening.
Wait, what? No, I agree.
I don't think he's
there's
trying to
definitely
do
a
that.
fine line between like jokes and being serious. Yeah, of course.
So if you had enough furry raiders who were laughing at something, you'd be like, "Oh, that's too far, guys," or you'd be like, "Nah, that's right." What did you
it
call it?
depends what it
Schrodinger's
is.
douchebag?
It
Yeah.
depends what it is, I guess. Like, what situation are you even talking about? I don't know.
I meant in general. That's the vibe I'm getting off of you, Nova.
The situation we're talking about is going back to the fact that he admitted to having sex with a minor.
Yeah, when here's just this is my bullshit tell here. When he's agreeing with you right now, I think he's just doing that because he knows that the room is going to say that. And if he went back to the furry raiders and they just said, "No, it's just a joke," Nova would just nod his head, going, "Yeah, Goy, it's just a joke."
That's it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to go on a minimum here, it's like, what would it take for you to leave the furry raiders?
Yeah, well,
or,
Nothing.
like
Nothing.
Nothing?
Wow, really?
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
come on, man! Don't be pulling my leg. Now I know you're shitting on me.
No.
But why?
I mean, if Foxler,
Do they got some
if
good
Foxler
fucking
was
blackmail on you or
convicted-
something? Is that what it is? Blink twice.
Yeah, sure. Through my screen, I'll blink
Yes.
twice, whatever. No, if Foxler was guilty, it might be a consideration, but he's not.
Okay.
You know, if he raped a kid, I might leave and might block him. But I'm a furry, so I'm gonna stay friends with him.
Ouch.
I mean, that is the
Nice
meme that everyone says,
interpretation.
guys, why are
No,
you making
that's not
such a
what I
big
mean.
deal about this?
Nah,
He only raped a kid. What's
Like-
wrong here? He's part of the furry fandom. We tweet love and tolerance. Why don't you just forgive him?
Wrong fandom.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
right.
yeah.
You're bronies, right? Aren't you
Unfortunately, yes. Well, I guess by comparison,
that is unironically the problem we've had to deal with for the first year of outing predators in the community.
Exactly.
I mean, that's still
Yeah.
sort of a problem. Is that it's like, but we need to be nice to these people
like fuck we
because
do.
love and tolerate.
Right.
You
Well,
have
you
to
might
be
want to
nice
not
to
be a
him.
brony anymore. So.
I mean, sometimes they go to the lengths to actually protect these people.
Ugh. Well, that's gross.
Well,
That's ironic coming from you.
so you have no idea who this Dingolf guy is?
That does not sound familiar at all.
Nope.
Anyways, no, I haven't spoken to Dinglewolf, whatever the fuck.
Nice.
It's like what is it? There's like 1,000 members in there, a couple hundred in the furry
yeah,
raiders.
how many members are in the Furry Raiders? Since you're there right now.
245.
How many
Oh,
have
okay.
raped kids?
How many?
No, it's 18 plus. We ban all minors.
So have you guys ever thrown anyone out for being a predator?
Is Lou the kitty still in there?
Oh boy, you had to bring that up, didn't you? Yes, she is. She's one of our artists.
Yeah, but is Lou in the fucking Furry Raiders still?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
yes.
Is she active?
Not lately. I guess maybe a couple weeks ago.
Is she still making cub art in there? Or not in
No.
there, just making cub art for members in
No,
there.
she's not making cub art. What the
Is
fuck
she
is
still
no.
dating teenagers?
She's
Yeah, I mean that's the bigger question, but you know,
Jesus, I don't know.
I mean,
I
what the
just
fuck-
imagine
what
her
I know-
coming in
what
the
is it-
room
what
and
is
like,
it,
you know,
Anthony?
if I'm being super polite, they're like, you need to check your teenager at the door. You can
you need to
take
get
them on the
your
way back.
teenager ID'd at the door.
Yes, they
yeah,
have.
we do when we vet people. I ban minors.
Okay.
Like, that's a policy. That's what we have.
Like,
to
I don't know what the fuck this furry raiders things is, but why there are so many pedophiles in it? Like, is it a den for pedophiles? Like, what's up with that? Like, you ban children, but you don't ban the people who stick their dick in them.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that makes
Fuck,
them
my dude.
slightly better than Archer's server, so hey. When Foxler gave his confession, or at least when he went to court, was there like a serious discussion, or did everybody just sort of shuffle their feet and be like, oh, Foxler, he's in trouble again. Oh, heavens.
Well, there
Oh,
was
there
no
no fuck.
confession because no crime was committed. So I don't. What do you mean?
Well, there's certainly allegations. If
Yeah,
my
sure.
friend...
There's allegations. That doesn't mean there's a crime.
Hey, Ruza, if
He's
I
not
went,
convicted of
if I
anything.
told you I went to court, like,
Yeah.
either you'd find it out from me or get more details, right?
Pretty much,
I-
yeah.
I wouldn't
there's
care.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I have gone to court, not in the last 2 years, twice.
You got sent to court for harassment, Anthony. You naughty dog.
And it got thrown out. It got thrown out. And
Twice.
Yep, twice. My
Okay,
people have
Andy.
looked into it quite extensively, more than I wanted them to, but they looked into
Yeah.
it.
Well.
Foxler around?
Yeah.
Well, before we
around.
get into that, can Ruza get his question answered? He wants to know what Foxler is being brought to court for.
Some bullshit allegations that. Like, like. Okay, so,
Well, hold it. Wait. Why are we talking to this fucking side dish? We could have the main event. Is Foxler around?
yeah. Well, I
It's
highly
just-
doubt he's gonna want to talk.
Sure, we talked to
Hold on.
Foxler before. Fuck, man.
Hold on, I love that shit right there. It's just allegations. Why is he going to court? Oh, some silly allegations.
Bullshit
Don't worry about it.
allegations.
Yeah, just allegations.
Well, yeah. I mean, hell, I could call.
What are the
you a
charges?
robber, right? I can say, hey, you're an
Well,
armed robber. You just.
all right,
you know,
so hold it.
attacked 7-Eleven. It's an
If it
allegation.
were bullshit allegations, it wouldn't get past the hearing phase. I could tell you from experience.
I've watched enough Judge Judy.
I'm sure you have. Yeah. That's where you get good.
That's usually like if there's bullshit, the judge takes one look at it and goes, "All right, get the fuck out of my courtroom."
There's some silly allegations. Don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
No, I didn't say they're silly allegations or some bullshit. Like, no, they're
they're
just
bullshit.
allegations.
They're
That's
bullshit
it.
allegations.
Well, here's
Yes,
my
they are,
here's my
because
question.
they're not
Wait,
true.
Nova. So, is Foxler interested in countersuing, or for false allegations?
I don't know. You have to ask him. You should be.
Well, could you
Fuck,
toss
I would.
me his Discord? I only have his Skype.
I don't know I don't have Discord. I don't know what his Discord is.
I thought he was your boss.
Like, well, I don't have Discord on that. I don't know.
I thought the Furry Raiders use a Discord server.
Yeah, don't you have a?
Yeah, we did until we got banned like twice. So we don't have fucking Discord.
What'd you get banned for?
I
For
mean, their
being a
leader is
furry
a
raider.
rapist.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like, literally, the guys who run Discord are furries, and they know it. And they're like, "Oh, you're a furry Nazi, bigot, wee!" And then they ban us.
That's why I don't say the N word on Discord.
Okay, good for you, I guess.
Well, it's not because I'm against saying it. I just don't want to get kicked off of Discord.
Is it that hard for you guys
Okay,
not to be
that's not why
Nazis?
we were.
Agin.
Whatever.
Well, I'm just assuming if you were smart, you'd have been like, we said some racist things. It's not a big deal. And I've
No,
been
they
like,
just hate us because they're SJW fuckwits. That's just how it is.
It's not very libertarian of them.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Our leaders are rapists. I wonder why we were banned off Discord. It's a fucking mystery. Fucking SJWs.
They're like, we don't mind the fact that you guys in the Furry Raiders have cub and bestiality, but the Nazi thing's a bridge too far there, Goy.
It's not like we're just SJWs and no other reason.
You could try.
Well, why wouldn't he want to talk to me, though?
I mean, if they're just shitty allegations,
Yeah, shit, dude.
No,
They're
I-
not
I-
shitty
he's
allegations.
probably
They're
busy, like, he's
bullshit
probably at work,
allegations.
you
Get
know,
the
like,
facts right, guys.
All right,
he's
you
probably at
right.
work or something. I don't know. Maybe he's busy. Who knows?
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, if
Because
you want to
they're
get out to
lifting
him, go for it.
kids.
I don't care.
I mean, I'm not some pleb like Milo Yiannopoulos. You can't just blow me off like that.
Yeah. Just like you could talk to him, DMs like, well, he's probably busy right now. You don't want to bother him. You
Well,
just leave him alone.
Well, this is
He probably is. I don't know.
well, here's my
No,
my
fucking
question though.
try it.
They're
Fucking try it. Whatever.
Nova. They're bullshit allegations, right? Did you guys mention any of those allegations to Milo? Somebody who was being persecuted unfairly, especially to Milo, who you would imagine would be sympathetic to your case, correct?
Yeah.
Why not bring it up?
Well, because it has nothing to do with anything. Like, okay, we literally like played some game on his show, like when I was interviewed by him, and it was about convicted pedophiles. You know, people that had like charges and shit that were actually proven. Foxler does not fit that bill. He's not proven guilty of anything, and you're still going on
He
about it. That's
confessed.
stupid.
He literally confessed, man.
That has no.
Did I wave my hand and then go, Foxler, you will confess to these crimes that you didn't do? You know what, Anthony? You've got a point there. I think I'll do that. That never happened.
No, he confessed to something that he did years ago in a different state where it was legal that has nothing to do with the current case.
I thought we just discussed why, legally speaking, that's not the case. Trying to get from you what the allegations are about.
Yeah,
and you're just telling us they're bullshit allegations, and it's like, okay, well, how is it different?
It's some hashtag.
What did he do? What is he being
it
put on
specifically?
trial
Yeah,
for?
is it specifically that?
Enticement of a child, which is not even true.
Is it specifically the child he was bragging about having sex with?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's an entirely different one.
Oh boy, we have more kids.
It's
Oh boy, oh
fucking
boy.
different. I thought you knew that. That's what I was trying to say.
I didn't know. I assumed it was the 16-year-old after his dumbass called up the cops and said it's perfectly legal. Perfectly legal,
That's what I'm
Goy.
saying, my dude.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
How young was the that child?
No idea. He wasn't. There was.
You didn't want to look into
I
it.
don't know.
No idea. Did what child? What
It
age?
doesn't matter because
Yes, it does.
who made these allegations retracted their statement and is not suing them anymore.
Age is a bullshit
Well,
allegation.
whoever he was, he's an adult now. I know that. I know he's an adult right now,
What, how,
and that these allegations were made like a while ago. And he's like, "Oh well, Foxler abused me or all the shit. Then he retracted his statement, and now there's no charges like from him specifically because it was all retracted. Now it's just the state. So again, there's no crime happening here at all. Like it has nothing to do with whatever the fuck he was talking about, like his 16-year-old or whatever he was, years ago. No, that's not the same person. At the time, the person that made the allegations, they were a minor. Now they're not, and they're making the allegations now. And then they retracted the statement, and there's no crimes actually.
Okay, so I'm going to assume this is not the best source in the world, but I'm just going to put this in here. It's from our favorite fucking suspender-wearing fruitcake.
32?
No, Dog Patch. So anyways.
Oh, God, fuck.
Yeah, no, I know he sucks. It's in my trailer.
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay. Where did Sneps go? Do you know a guy named Sneps?
Yep.
Is he around?
Nope.
Oh, it shows your boy Sneps. Did he talk with Milo? Because it shows him on here.
Oh, he did?
Well, at least on the Instagram, I think that's what this is. You have to destroy the shit that they love. They have to let MFF and all the conferences close down every single year.
Oh, yes, I did see that tweet. Yeah, he spoke with Milo, I guess. Like, how long ago? Like, 6 months? Yeah, I think he messaged him once.
Let's see. Con staff, whatever the hell this shit is. Members of Milo's MMF. I'm not going to bother with whatever their furry nonsense that is. Foxler spy inside. Furry raiders infiltrate convention staff. Do you guys know anything about that?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel comfortable talking about that, or?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny anything.
That's all I needed to hear. Still on probation for his previous felony when Foxler's defense plan started. That's fantastic. The idea was to groom or pressure witnesses to Foxler's crime to get the charges dropped. Feel groom is a little inflammatory there. It would use a carrot and a stick. Jacob Sneps would falsely befriend the witness, pretend to give advice for how to overcome problems that were making for him, while intimidating him with threats that he could be charged for false reporting.
It's like get to a point or something.
Well, I don't know. Did you know anything about this at all? No? Didn't do any DD, any due diligency? Don't win some news about it.
Yeah, dude, of course I knew about this. I'm not fucking stupid.
It's all right. I'll ask again since your memory seems to be a little wishy-washy. How many other members are, being investigated or on trial or, such
Zero.
and such? Zero? So what's this? I asked you if there was any kind of... I asked you if there was any witness tampering, and you're like, no. And then 5 seconds ago, you're like, of course I knew about this.
Well, no, no, not witness tampering. The way you worded it is very manipulative.
I mean, to be fair, I think you said back at the beginning, Anthony said that there's been no crimes that have been committed, which I'm assuming in that case would mean no witness tampering.
That's what I'm saying. There's no crime. There's no witness tampering bullshit. Not whatever the fuck this article even is. Like, my dude, what are you saying? I knew what happened, months ago. Whatever. I'm not ignorant. But man, like, why are you even bringing this up? Like, what is the point here?
I'm just asking if you have any accountability for the people that you're around.
Oh, do I have any accountability?
Yeah. Do you hold your friends to any kind of standard whatsoever? It's only a little bit of jury tampering.
Well, yes,
witness
of course.
tampering.
Like, if my friends were to commit any crimes, of course, that's abhorrent, and it depends on what the crime is. But as far as I know, none of my friends have committed any crimes, so I'm going to defend them as per the usual.
I mean, Lou has been called out for having sex with a minor, and Foxler has admitted to having sex with a minor.
It doesn't matter how old he was, because he retracted his
does.
statement. No, he retracted his statement because he fucking lied. And he's not even suing him anymore.
Don't look
He's
at
not a
evidence,
victim.
guys.
It even said in the previous thing that basically, even if a witness retracts their statement in a felony case, it doesn't matter?
But it's not a felony because no crime was committed. Like, not even at all.
Where
You're
did you get
still
your
all about this?
Where did
Like,
you
what
get
the
your
fuck
legal
do-
degree from? Yale or Harvard?
A legal degree, okay? I'm just going off what I'm telling you, okay?
I was going off
If
my
your
own
friend
thoughts.
was
What do you mean
accused
that
of some
article?
crime he didn't commit, wouldn't you defend him too?
Depends
Well, I
what he
think-
did and what, if I talked to him, or I definitely asked him, did you ask him any of this shit? Was when the first you heard the charges brought forward, did you drop everything you're doing? Hey, look, man, I just need some reassurances. See, my girlfriend's in the call over there. Hey, Rouge, if I got charged with something, you'd ask me about it, right? Like, immediately?
Absolutely.
You have no
This
idea.
Specifically.
dude isn't gonna give you any fucking legit answers.
No, because it's a stupid question.
No, because you're a pussy defending your friend with no fucking evidence.
Exactly. There is no evidence. That's why I'm defending him.
We are
That's
looking into it, and every time you start reading about it, you go, it doesn't matter. Get off your fucking high horse, your friend's a predator.
Or he's
Well
really
said.
stupid.
So when
Yeah,
you
that's-
At
It's
best.
also pretty dangerous because,
When-
like, I was going back to my
Bitch.
point I said earlier, Nova. As I said, there's some lines you don't cross on the internet. Like, you can have your Holocaust jokes and your 9/11 jokes, but you don't joke about having cross-state sex in a dingy motel with a minor. And it's like, if that was his attempt at being edgy or humorous, it was very fall-flatty humor.
No, I don't think that was a joke. He probably did do that. I don't know for sure.
Do you base your morals off of law? Does someone have to do something illegal for you to say, hey, that's bad?
I would say the law is very important to adhere to. And
Nova.
yeah, one of my
If
friends
you found
did
out,
something
let's say
illegal,
that you,
I would.
let's say Foxler
No,
got
not
charged
bad.
with like sleeping with a 14-year-old. He beats the case, comes back and confesses to you guys. I don't think you'd leave the room. I think you'd be like, "You did it, boss. You done good. You done good.
Shalom.
Shalom.
You won.
We won.
Oy vey!
Shabbat."
You son of a Schrodinger's asshole.
You Shabbos goy, you.
Yikes, you guys are nuts. You're fucking crazy. Oh my goodness, who would say that? What the fuck, guys?
Ask Foxler, do you just take everything he said at face value and just, yeah, she's legit?
No, I don't take anything at face value per se.